This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
Attack and dominate. That's the plan here on this Tuesday. Bob, I drove into work today. You didn't have to pick me up. That was a step in the right direction for me.
Very slowly, but yes.
What do you mean very slowly? I drove slowly?
I was behind you, Coach.
That wasn't slow. It was just cautious.
No. Under the speed limit by about 10 miles an hour.
I realize that, Bob, but it's still icy out there.
I'm just telling you. I said you drove in slowly. You're driving under the speed limit by 10 miles an hour.
Were you getting angry?
Well, I drove around two people that were behind you, like in the side of the road that hadn't been plowed.
I don't feel comfortable enough to drive that way, Bob.
Well, then you need to step your game up.
Good morning, Bob. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm over the snow, so I'm ready to just move on with my life and its normal routine. I don't like being out of it.
It feels like it's been here for a while, though, doesn't it?
What do you mean, the snow?
Yeah.
The snow's going to be here. I don't know why people are still having it impact their life in that way. So let's push through, get back in a normal routine, do your job the normal manner, and we'll be good to go.
Morning, Bodie.
Morning, guys.
That's a hell of a start. Got a big show lineup for you today. We will have a little Schlegs on today. A final Schlegs day today.
Yeah. You kept asking about it, so I had to go take some time out of my evening last night to record with him.
I wasn't asking. I just said, do you think it's a good idea? That's all. I just thought that the people...
You asked me about it like 3 times.
I just want... Because my show prep stuff, I want to know if you were going to do it or not. If you're going to do it, I want to make sure I incorporate it into the show sheet. So.
All right. I get you.
All right. Ohio State got a big win last night. The men, 84-78. Yeah, over Penn State. They are at Wisconsin on Saturday.
It's not like Penn State was beaten. It's like you're out there beating Arizona, for heaven's sake.
No. But it's...
You'll take a win when you can get it.
They were looking for their first conference win.
No Christoph Tilley. No Gabe Cup. So you lose some guys that you normally count on to play some minutes, especially Tilley and production-wise. But what's that? Pitino. That's fine. Ohio State improves to 14-6 overall, 6-4 in the Big Ten. They are 5-3 in January with the one January game left against Wisconsin. Guaranteed to have their first winning January since 2021-2022. The last 3 Januaries, they've gone a combined 8-17.
Yeah, so it feels like they've won a lot of games.
Yes, it does. It does. It feels like it's like I said.
What did you say the record was in January? They don't have any more games?
They got one left
week?
in Wisconsin. They'll be 5-4 or 6-3. That's
above 500.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a lot better than what it has been.
8-17 the last 3 Januaries.
That's not huge. Good. That's a 1-2 win-to-loss record ratio. This is going to be, at worst, above 500.
Could you imagine?
I mean, a 6-3 sounds pretty good.
It really does, especially road win at Wisconsin on Saturday would be nice. The OSU women host Wisconsin Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Jackets and Kings postponed yesterday. Ohio State can play. Jackets and Kings cannot for some reason. I don't know who makes the calls on that. Cavs over the Magic 114-98. Morning Juice, 2 full hours here on YouTube, the Fan app, and HD3. Download the show anytime and catch us from 10 a.m. to noon on 10 TV Plus. Morning Juice is sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin. Like I said, folks, make sure you stick around for the 7 o'clock. Well, stick around anyway, but I'm saying the 7 o'clock hour. The 7 o'clock hour, start that off. We will have one final interview with Anthony Schlegel. That sounds morbid, but no, like the last time he'll be on a Schlegs, it'll be a Schlegs day.
Oh, just consistently.
Yes.
He said he might pop in here and there.
That'd be great. I'm not going to bug you about it, though, Bob.
No, well, I don't make promises you can't keep.
I'm not going to bug you about Schlegs anymore. Bob, make us smarter.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
All right, Bob, work your magic.
It is Tuesday, January 27th day of the year, 3:38 remaining in this 2026. Feels pretty good that next Wednesday we'll be in the 320s, just plowing away. February came really quickly this year, Thitoff. Maybe not as quickly as last year after a national title, but college football lingering on makes it kind of last forever. Some historical events today. This date, 1825, U.S. Congress approves the Indian Territory we now know as Oklahoma, paving the way for one of the more embarrassing situations in all of the United States history with the Trail of Tears. and the movement removal of all Native Americans from the southeastern part of the country. This state, 1944, the 900-day siege of Leningrad is finally lifted. Over 1.5 million people died during that. Leningrad is which city that we now know in Russia?
Leningrad is what city we now know?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. Moscow?
Moscow's always been Moscow.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a guess.
It's St. Petersburg. They changed a lot of those during the Soviet reign and then flipped them back afterwards. This day, very pretty city, by the way. This day, 1962, Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis is certified gold.
But I can't help falling in love with you.
That is a good one.
That's a beaut there, Clark.
It really is. It's one of his best, at least in my opinion. This day, 1968, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding is released.
I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, I'm just sitting on the dock of...
That was great in Top Gun when they played that.
Oh, she puts the record on, the vinyl.
Yep.
Absolutely tremendous. Terrific song, Otis Redding, taking it too quickly. This date, 1973, the Paris Peace Accords finally end the Vietnam War. Also on that same day, Superstitions hits number 1, the second number 1 for Stevie Wonder.
When you believe in things that you don't understand and you suffer, superstition ain't the way.
One of my wife's favorite songs there with old Stevie. I think we went and saw him play, I want to say, at Nationwide. Or not Nationwide, The Shot.
Did he see you?
I don't think he saw us. I mean, you believe that he's not blind.
I subscribe to Shaq's theory.
AJ's been saying for years, I won't be on Friday. You'll have to ask him, that Helen Keller was neither blind nor deaf. And now I've started to see this evidence that's been popping up on my social media timeline. Maybe it's because I've liked some things and the conspiracy stuff.
Algorithm.
The algorithm's starting to follow me, but...
What would be the reasoning behind that? Just to try to make herself famous?
Well, there's some financial documents, not with her, with her handler, that said her handler was worth the equivalent now of $40 million today. And there was doctors that had been around Helen by herself that said her eyes were able to track light and different things and respond to sound. And I was like, okay, listen, follow the money. All right. And when they said that, I was like, okay, she used to do appearances for like $5,000 back in the day, which that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it was a significant amount of money.
All right.
I don't understand, Bob, how
you're deaf and blind and learn how to write.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Neither do I.
that's the part that's weird. By the way,
That's what AJ goes. If you're blind, you use Braille. If you're deaf, you can hear.
Right.
How could you learn how to speak or sign or do anything if you can neither see nor hear?
right, and also she
Can
didn't
you
get paid
take- can you-
$5,000.
This is kind of blowing my mind. I'm not going to lie to you
They
guys.
would put like $3 in her hands. Hey, that's $5,000.
No, they paid her handler. That was the
I
point.
know. It's just, but I think she didn't get paid anything.
She didn't get anything.
No.
Fame.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, there we
do you
go.
know you're famous? What can you taste? People always say I can taste it. Do you think she could taste the fame? Could she taste the words? Could she smell the words? Could she feel like? You have to have like, of the three senses that really taste or touch, sight, and hearing. Like you need two of those three to be able to communicate.
Yes.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're down,
Unless you're like an X-Man or something.
yeah, exactly.
Otherwise.
If you're down 0-2, I don't know how you're going to find the way to get that one.
How you getting on base, coach?
Yeah,
And a side nugget there. I think we are Helen Keller's favorite morning show.
exactly. Favorite one she enjoys listening to.
Yes.
This date, 1984. Michael Jackson's. Oh, you didn't find anything. I didn't know.
There was. I mean, the footage is there. You
Oh,
can watch
really?
it.
You
Oh
can
yeah.
see it?
Oh yeah. There's videos all over
that
on
scarring?
YouTube of that. But there wasn't I couldn't find any
The news-
newscasts.
Okay.
Like they would just watch it.
Okay.
They'd be like, "Here it is. Let's watch it together." And then they would
Just
watch
them
it.
burning?
So,
Remember Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire while
do.
shooting the Pepsi commercial?
Yeah.
That was kind of the start where like his plastic surgery started going over the top.
Right.
And then they kind of attributed, well, I had this and the burns and everything. And that's when he started transitioning from a hue of that of an African American man to more of my skin pigmentation.
Whiter than you.
Oh yeah, he was super.
That was
super fair skin.
right before their victory tour, I believe.
Yeah.
But the Jacksons, they all
The
got
bridge
together.
of his nose like shrunk significantly and started falling off. I glue it back on.
Did you ever see the Pepsi commercial with Alfonso Ribeiro
I
playing Michael Jackson?
No.
The Jacksons are in it too, but it's pretty cool. It's a Pepsi. It was a huge deal when it came out. The Pepsi commercial with him and his buddies imitating the Jacksons and actually bumping into the Jacksons on the street.
Okay, I like that. This on that same date, 1984, Wayne Gretzky's 51-game point streak is finally ended. An NHL record ended, ironically, by the LA Kings, one of his last teams.
The Great One went on a 4-month scoring tear, setting a record for the ages, culminating on January 27, 1984, when he recorded at least 1 point in his 51st consecutive game.
And Gretzky with a big blast, he scores! The streak is 51.
I didn't worry about when I was going to score or how many goals I was going to get like I did in most of my career. I just worried about being ready to play and play the best I can to help our team go from being a losing team to being a winning team.
Gretzky averaged nearly 3 points a game, with 61 goals and 92 assists during the streak.
How many 51-game scoring streaks do you think the Jackets have had as a team?
As a team,
As a
that's
team.
a great point. I don't think many.
I mean, I'm just
I
being
guess probably
real.
a handful.
Like that's
Yeah.
over half of the year without ever getting shut out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are like, oh, really? I'm like, listen. I mean, I'm guessing that I don't know if they've ever gone over half the year without getting shut out. One time.
Yeah.
Just one time.
Now that I think
1-0.
about it, yeah. I would guess at most you could count it on one hand.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Assuming that there's any. But I mean, the one dude did it.
I would think one of those years, though, maybe under Torts or I don't know.
You could lose a game 1-0.
I know.
It doesn't
yeah,
look that
that's the
bad.
thing.
You could even win a 0-0 game in a shootout
Yeah.
and still not break
Not-
the scoring streak.
Record a point. Yeah.
So I feel like that might be part of it. This date, 1990, Kylie Minogue, Tears on My Pillow hits number 1.
Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you.
I don't really remember that one. Thought that I would have.
Either, yeah.
This date, 1996, Germany. Took them a while to come around. I guess about 40 years maybe, 40, 50 years. Germany first celebrates Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Okay. Better
Right.
late than never.
Well, about half a century later. Looking at that, I'm like 46 to 96. I guess that is 50. I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt
It's an
there for
even.
a second.
Half
And this day, 1991, this was the first Super Bowl I remember watching from kick to finish. Big Giants fan as a young man. And the New York Giants topped the Bills 20-19 off a missed chip shot field goal by Scott Norwood in Tampa Bay, Florida.
After an 87-yard drive to end the first half and a 9.5-minute possession to begin the second, the Giants were ahead. With just over 2 minutes left, the Bills trailed by 1 and began driving for the game-winning field goal.
Where the Bills set the stage for one of football's most memorable moments.
Here we go. Spot in the air. It's got the distance in it.
No good.
That wasn't a chip shot, Bob. That
It was like 40 yards.
47.
In today's terms?
Oh, no, today's. Yes, today's
That's a
terms.
chip
Yes,
shot,
today's
Coach.
terms. Back then, though, I don't think 47 was a chip shot.
I mean, it's in Tampa. It wasn't in Denver in a driving snowstorm.
I got you.
47 yard. It wasn't a chip shot by maybe then, but now
Yeah.
you look at
Well,
that.
that would be, yeah. Well, yeah. It's,
I mean, he
an extra
didn't
point.
miss it. It was he pushed it pretty significantly.
Was Norwood considered to be a pretty good kicker at the time?
I don't think he
or
was. Yeah,
he was above average.
Fine.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
above average. They kept him around the next year, and he struggled a little bit in the playoffs. I don't
Shocker.
think he made it to the final 2 Super Bowls.
I don't think he did either. Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Yeah, but he 47 yard. Yeah, I guess that wasn't. I was thinking it was 42, 47, a little bit longer. They kick field goals now that are or kick extra points that are 42.
That was the first one you remember watching from start to finish?
It's the first time my parents ever let me watch one, and I would have been 8 years old. So
okay,
that was a significant moment. I was a big Giants fan.
I think about 8 years for me also when I was the first time I did it.
I had watched all of that, and that's ironic, the James Brown line. It was out of that highlight film where Pepper Johnson says James Brown reappearing at the Apollo. 41-year-old guy with 21-year-old legs. Otis Anderson, who he was talking about, was the MVP of that Super Bowl. Some birthdays today. Born on this date in 1901, the founder of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Art Rooney, just got themselves a new coach. Another Yinza. We'll see how he does.
I heard the one line yesterday that said that replacing Mike Tomlin with Mike McCarthy is like crapping your pants and changing your shirt.
It's a pretty good line.
That's a pretty good line, yeah.
That is a pretty good line. Because I don't know if it really addresses the problem.
Right.
He's kind of like a worse version of Mike Tomlin. And so
Hopefully it's a big shirt.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a big shirt. Good line by you, Bodie. We're on this date, 1919. Ross Bagzerian, who was the creator of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, were we disturbing you?
Wait, you guys can sing too?
That's not singing. This is singing.
Tito, you find yourself taken hostage by who knows who. You can get waterboarded for 10 minutes or listen to that for 15.
I enjoy the Chipmunks. I necessarily didn't enjoy that, Bodie. I thought we'd be.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I remember being a kid and trying to catch a chipmunk to see if it could make it sing.
How'd that go?
I'd like to watch that.
Well, no.
Where's Eddie at? He usually eats these damn
Back
things.
then, I was a little quicker, a little more fleet of foot, Bob.
You could be like Rocky. That could be part of your
You're right, chasing around the chipmunks. Yeah.
Instead of you chasing a chicken, you're chasing the chipmunks in the backyard.
I could do that. I really thought I'd get one and find out if I could sing or not.
Born on this date, 1921. One of the stars of one of my favorite movies, maybe my favorite Christmas movie all time. Donna Reed from It's a Wonderful Life.
Nice about your brother Harry and Ruth, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's all right.
Don't you like her?
Well, of course I like her. She's a peach.
Oh, just marriage in general you're not enthusiastic about.
No, marriage is all right for Harry and Marty and Sam and you.
Mary,
Sam
who's down there with
Wainwright.
you? It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? What's he want?
I don't know. What do you want?
Great line here.
Me? Not a thing. I just came in to get warm.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
Gosh, what a strong play. What's he up to?
Director's cut.
A
A little different. A little different on that.
A little different when they shot that in the 1940s too. Of
Jimmy
what
Stewart
was
was great.
He was awesome. That was, I think, his first movie after World War II, and he was worried. He had a lot of PTSD. He was a pilot, like one of the bombing pilots.
George Bailey? Okay.
Yeah. And it's amazing in that movie, he portrays himself from the ages of like 17 to like 50 or 45. And like it's in black and white, and they've colorized it, but I don't know if they really had the makeup and technology to make him ever look like he was in high school. At the beginning of the movie, you look at it like, dude, you look like you're 35. Some other birthdays today. Jerry Buss, the Lakers' longtime owner, born on this date, 1933.
Look, Fred, I know I'm still the freshman of the class, and you're the big man on campus. I get that, I respect it. But I wanted to meet because I'm asking for your help. I'm trying to build something out here, like you built Boston.
Then here's my advice.
Okay.
Enjoy this thing. Milk it. For the nookie, for the attention. Leave the dynasties to me.
You know, Red, we just met, so you don't know me. But I grew up dirt poor on bread lines.
Made all the money in the world, and you think you can buy this too?
No. I think I can win this.
There we go. John C. Riley. Nobody looking better than Jerry.
Mike
Jerry
Honcho?
Buss. Yeah, it's fantastic right there.
I
I gotta go back.
Catchphrase for epilepsy.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch some more of that. It's a really good series, and I didn't finish it, unfortunately.
I don't think it did get. I think it got cut off because of COVID.
It got stopped, and they never went back to it.
Yeah, Perlman. We've had Perlman on before.
I
And
mean,
he's the writer of the book behind that.
I really enjoyed. Oh gosh, the logo, Jerry
West.
West, he's the best in it. The Rageaholic.
I heard that he was. I can't remember if he was still alive or his
He
family.
was. He was
He was
pissed.
pissed about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was pissed about it when it the way he was portrayed in that thing.
Well, I mean, stayed in character, you know. One of the great NFL players. Played with my dad in Houston. Played for the Falcons as well. Revolutionized some of the stuff in the game. Some of the receiving things. 3-time first-team All-Pro, Billy White Shoes Johnson, turning 74 today. And Chris Collinsworth, my least favorite commentator of all time, turning 67 today.
You know, you think of him as being so young, but this is a big, thick-bodied guy.
Pressure right at him. He gets rid of it, and it's caught. What a play to Diggs for the first down across the 40-yard line. Drake May, what a play. Wow.
You have to be kidding me. First of all, he's trying to get outside the pocket so he could throw it away. And then he just stood up and he said, my guy is right there, and made one of the great plays of the night. That wasn't a doink. That was a dong.
Why is he your least favorite? Let's dive.
Oh, he's such a.
Yeah, I love him and Tirico.
He's gotten a lot. He's gotten better, but he is so snarky and critical of players, as if he acts like he knows everything that's going on.
Okay,
and he doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't. He's guessing,
okay.
And he comes from a point. There's something about the tone of his voice that bothers me a little bit, and he has softened because they did polls. Everybody disliked him in the league because of how critical he was on games where he should have been doing this. No, you have no idea what guys should be doing. Someone made a mistake, but you don't know who.
Gotcha.
So that's the problem. Usually you can narrow it to 2 guys. Sometimes you can identify it, but he ain't that good. So that's the problem. He's softened a little bit in the last 5 years. Rothman loves him. I hated him. Bryant Young, the Hall of Fame defensive tackle for the San Francisco 49ers, Notre Dame alum.
Yeah, his son plays for the team, too.
Yeah, he actually went back and GA'd there when he first started getting into coaching in 2009. Turning 54 today and passing away on this date, 1993, Mr. Andre the Giant. Some holidays and, if I can find it, some holidays and observances today. We've got ourselves Auschwitz Liberation Day, that the Germans finally came around. Chocolate Cake Day, Holocaust Memorial Day, National Bible Day, National Geographic Day, Punch the Clock Day, and Vietnam Peace Day for you. And those are your historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, Tuesday, January 27th, the 27th day of the year. 338 days remaining in this 2026.
Well done as always, General. And by the way, I think the 27th day you mentioned and all that, and I think the Jackets were shut out for the first time this year in their 27th game. If my quick read was correct, they were shut out in the 27th game. It was first
not
time
the 54 game,
not the
halfway.
51 that was 51 was Gretzky. Yes, 51.
51.
Right? Yeah, but I didn't have the capacity to go back and check every season prior to that. But that's where we're at right now. Coming up next. You'll never guess what team has a Pro Bowl quarterback. We'll do that. Morning Juice right here.
What does it mean to give 100%? It means giving everything you've got, every single day. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. So no matter what you give, we give 100% for life-saving research victories, 100% to making new discoveries that lead to innovative treatments, 100% to groundbreaking cancer research that could one day save someone you love. We know cancer research is working. Over the last 30 years, an estimated 4.5 million lives have been saved thanks to game-changing research breakthroughs. But there is more work to do. That's why the V Foundation gives 100% of every dollar donated directly to cancer research. We will always give 100% to accelerate victory over cancer.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate today at v.org.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we.
Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color with the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
We've willed the impossible into existence.
We've pushed the science,
raised the funds,
shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with neuromuscular diseases.
For 75 years, we've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine,
and made it thrive.
Call that a legacy.
Call it impact.
Call it momentum.
Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until neuromuscular disease is a thing of the past, you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
I always tell people I was the luckiest guy in the world. I wanted to be an Army man or a fireman, and I got to do both. As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine.
After spending his career answering the call to save others, Ken was diagnosed with ALS. Now he's facing his biggest battle, for more time. For 70 years, Muscular Dystrophy Association has been answering the call to help people live longer and more independent lives.
MDA means to me hope.
MDA is leading the way for people living with ALS, muscular dystrophy, and other neuromuscular diseases by accelerating research, advancing care, and advocating to empower families like Ken's.
I wouldn't be living as good of a life with ALS if it wasn't for MDA. MDA is helping people live stronger and love longer. Learn more at MDA.org today.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Morning Juice. Bob, I don't know what it was like when you were in the league, but the Pro Bowl, being a Pro Bowler used to mean something. Did it mean something when you were in the league?
It still meant something. It meant something until about 7 or 8 years ago.
All right. Because it doesn't mean crap anymore.
When they moved it to before the Super Bowl, then you would always have so many guys that opted out because a lot of the times the guys played in the championship games didn't want to play in it if they won, if they lost, and if they won, you were playing in the Super Bowl. And so I remember one year they had like the 7th quarterback going to play in it. I think Vince Young got in there. And I'm like, people are like, this is ridiculous. Like you have the 7th guy voted on at his position. Usually you take the top 3 quarterbacks, and you're taking the 7th. I mean, there's only 16. It's like you're barely making the top half there, buddy. You know.
Well, I think that this year it said "Hold my beer."
Oh, believe me, I saw this. I'm like, well, this is ridiculous.
So Shedeur Sanders is
part of it is there's fan voting involved, and people want the fans involved. But are you getting the best players?
Okay, so Drake May, Justin Herbert, and Josh Allen were on the original AFC roster when the selections were announced on December 23rd. Herbert and Allen had injuries, so they're not playing in it. Patrick Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Bo Nix also out. Jacksonville's Trevor Lawrence was one of the top alternates, but he opted not to play in the event. So Shedeur Sanders, who was not selected as one of the 4 alternate selections when the first roster were announced, is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. That's right. Shedeur Sanders, Pro Bowler. And, Bob, I look back to when, God, the games used to really mean something. Back when
because the game used to always be in Hawaii. So this, like, historical context to it, the game was always in Hawaii. And they would fly you out there. It was the week after the Super Bowl. And it was kind of a vacation for everybody. I mean, newsflash, like, they didn't take it all that seriously.
Yeah.
They would play hard, but no one's trying to hurt anybody. And if the winning group got, like, and this has been a while ago, the winning team, I want to say, got like $75,000, and the losing team got like 30.
Right.
And like that was usually the difference between like your hotel tab, because everybody fly their families out there and they're eating and drinking and staying at the hotel all week. And sometimes guys would bring like other teammates and things. So at the end of the game, guys would start playing hard. So they would like at least walk out of there net neutral. And there was a big deal of it, like your first year going, guys would always put you'd always run the tab for everybody. And, the stories my teammates, friends would tell me about when they would go and what would happen. But you get this, it's a chance you would always sit at, and it was very isolated. Like they had the whole hotel blocked off, and it was just players and their families. And so guys were sitting around and having conversations and telling stories about different coaches. And you'd have a guy who's in his second year, and a guy who's in his 12th or 13th year, and they're talking about the guy they played with who, is probably 60 now and like some sort of legendary player. But it gave the connectivity of like the history of the league. And then they started moving it around. And nobody's like, go to Orlando, play in Miami. Why am I going to Orlando for an all-star game?
Right, yeah.
To lay out there like this isn't any fun. And they started moving it to the Super Bowl sites. It lost its zest. And then guys quit playing even more so. And that's when they're like, all right, we'll just do like the activities around it, which do you remember they used to do like the showcase where they would have like the skills competition and stuff, and they'd have the fastest man race, and they'd have the guys with the markers moving, the quarterback long throw, they'd have the bench press for the linemen, and that stuff was all cool and people loved it. But like there was still a game around it, and despite how much everybody says they hated the Pro Bowl and nobody watched it, it's still rated better than like
a college basketball game or things like that,
Oh, it rated like a game 3 of a bad World Series game. I'm dead serious.
No,
there would be like
it's like the draft.
I'm like,
right?
nobody says they watch it, but like 7 million people do. I'm like,
every April, we're like, we spend way too much time talking about this. Thursday night, April 27th, 12 million people watch the first 10 picks.
You're just watching like the announcement. You just watch these guys run around. They're not even like tackling. Yeah, you are. But what else is on the Sunday after the Super Bowl? So everybody would watch it.
Now they do the flag football stuff, and it's just totally different.
It's ridiculous now.
Brandon Marshall had 4 touchdowns in a game back in 2012, one of the Pro Bowl games.
My boy B. Marsh also got stabbed in the leg with a screwdriver by his girlfriend.
It happens sometimes. Speaking of stabbed,
we've all been there.
O.J. Simpson has the record for most rushing attempts in a game, 19 back in 1974. Really? Yep.
There you go.
Marshall Faulk gained 180 yards on the ground in 1995.
Do you remember
Sean Taylor nearly killed that punter?
That's what I was going to say. Well, you try to fake a punt, dude. That guy thought he was on par because he'd been hanging out the pool with everybody. Sean Taylor said no dice.
I think if I gave you 100 guesses, you could not guess who has the most rushing touchdowns in a single Pro Bowl game. I didn't even give you the year. 2000.
2000. Emmitt Smith?
No. It wouldn't be Eddie.
Nope.
That'd be too easy. I feel like it's the quarterback.
It's not a quarterback. It's a running back.
It is a running back.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I'm trying to think of, like, guys who were playing then. Tiki Barber be the answer?
Mike Allstott.
Oh, there you go.
Had 3 touchdowns in a game back in 2000.
Short yardage.
What else we got? Completions in the game, 22 by Peyton Manning. He also threw for 342 in that game. Longest completion, 93 yards, Jeff Blake to Yancey Thigpen.
Oh, there we go. Shaking Blake.
So, most catches in the game, the Salsa Man, Victor Cruz, had 10. Randy Moss gained 212 yards in one game. Anyway, all those things, it's just like none of that stuff. When I was a kid, I looked forward to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Getting to see all those guys.
Well, because it's the last time to watch everybody go play. And there was always some memorable moments like Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday going out and have like one final snap together.
Yeah.
When Jeff was playing for the Packers and Peyton's playing for the Broncos. And, things like that were cool. And there was always kind of a passing of the torch with some of the older guys, the younger guys as they moved on. And it was something that was cool, and guys would always talk about it. And when they moved it out of Hawaii, it lost all steam altogether.
In 2025, the NFC scored 76 points in their game, by the way, just so you know. But
isn't it like you get points for first downs, and crap like that?
I can't remember the last time I watched the Pro Bowl.
I genuinely can't either. Like, even I don't really watch the NBA All-Star game.
Right.
But I know at some point in the last, I'd say 3 to 4 years, I flipped it on.
Yeah.
Even if I watched 5 minutes of it. And when I say watched, it was on in the background.
Sure.
I genuinely cannot remember the last time I turned on the TV for the Pro Bowl.
Wanted to play some sounding from Jake Diebler from last night's win. Tayson Chatham scored 11 points off the bench, which is usually more than the team usually scores off the bench. Here is Jake Diebler, or John Diebler, one of the Dieblers, talking about that.
Yeah, I think for him, he had some stretches where he got some minutes and didn't get a shot off. So it starts with being aggressive offensively. He's got some ability on that end that can really help us. And then he's got to continue. We've challenged him to continue to execute better defensively and help us on the glass. I mean, he gets 2 rebounds, and so I thought this was a great indication. Hopefully, of things to come. Now, maybe he doesn't go 4 for 6 every game, but it's certainly like we've been searching for people to kind of raise their level on the bench, and there's a trust factor when that happens, and he's earned opportunity. He's practiced better. There's momentum here for him, and I hope he can seize it and continue to raise his level. We
talked about earlier, Bob, when in previous times we've talked about Ohio State, but when they can win games with this and this and this happening, it's really a good thing. Last night, no Tilly, no Cups, and Bruce Thornton is your fifth leading scorer, and you're still going to win.
Yeah, I don't know if that was ever in the math, where Bruce Thornton's your 5th leading scorer and you still win. I mean, usually he's top 3. And I say usually just about every game. Yeah. And if he's not, then you're wondering, what the hell is going on? So that's awesome. The fact that you get that and you don't have him as the lead dog on the points, that means you're getting some points. I mean, there was times where the bench didn't score at all.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's games where the bench has not scored a point.
Multiple times.
Yes, I'm not saying it's a one-off. I said times, and I wasn't trying to throw it out there like that.
I think their previous 5 games, the bench has averaged 4.6 points.
There you go.
I doubled it.
And they got 13 last night.
And once again, we've talked about this before. There's been times where it's they won. You said 13 points last night?
The bench? 13, yeah.
And they won by 7?
They won by 6.
6, okay, well. Simple math there.
They have scored. John Moody, by the way, he's
on a tear.
He's good.
He's averaging 25.2 points per game. 25.2 points per game.
Who did they just beat this weekend?
This past weekend?
They lost to Michigan.
They beat Minnesota.
On Sunday?
That was on Tuesday. No, the Friday game was Michigan.
Yeah.
Before that, it was Tuesday, and then Saturday before that was UCLA.
Maybe it was the Tuesday game against Minnesota. I watched him go off.
Yeah, he had 26 points in that game. Yeah.
Okay, that's just how I was watching him. He was on fire.
Yeah, he can't miss from 3 right now.
Right, it's been incredible. Yes, he he's damn near 50% over the last 4 games. But it's good to see the bench because Ohio State's going to need a bench in the postseason for sure. It's good to see Mobley doing this, playing with such confidence right now. Because I still contend this team has got the makeup of a team that can make a run to the Sweet 16. Smile at that, Bodie.
I didn't say anything.
No, you said something. You said don't say anything.
Recent history would suggest that they gotta play a little bit better. But
it's a winning January.
I would just be happy if they get in the tournament and win a game.
I'm telling you guys, I'm absolutely beaming over here. I
have yet to see a bracketology so far that does not have them in one of the last 4 in or
last 4
second
buys.
To last 4 in.
Right.
Yeah, last 4 buys.
Yeah, third to last 4 in.
Right. Yeah, I know.
It's I
top
have yet
100.
to see them just hey, they're going to be the 7th seed. It's no, they're.
I think that they've been maybe burned because they've always had them Remember they were
they
would have
the 4th seed, and then
they'd be a 4, 5, or 6. I'm really?
Then they wouldn't win this.
Then they wouldn't win it all in January. It's they slid out.
These next 2 games at Wisconsin and at Maryland are huge because they get Michigan here. That game against Virginia coming up on Valentine's Day in Nashville, right? Yeah. And Virginia's ranked 17th in the country, so I think they're, that'll be a big one as well. But, yeah, the schedule after this month, after the first part of next month, too, gets really tough.
Yeah.
And we'll find out.
So here's what we said. They had to win games in January.
Yes, and they're doing it.
The schedule gets really tough. 6-3, you feel really good about that. That way, if you can just find a way to be around 500 in February.
Yeah.
And Wisconsin's good. That won't be an easy one in the month on Saturday.
Yeah.
Now, but you got some momentum.
Yeah, and the good news for college basketball is losing to good teams is fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, they would probably be at this point better off playing some more good teams because if you can beat them, that goes a long way into making the tournament. They just got to beat them. They got to win those games.
Yes, that's what they have to do. Coming up next, do quick hitters, Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're ready there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
Hey guys, 13-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion Jason McCourty here, and I'm the Innovation Ambassador at FAIR, Food Allergy and Research Education. I would say the most challenging thing as a parent of a kid who has a food allergy is probably the ignorance that I myself had in the beginning. I didn't know what anaphylactic shock was. I didn't know the dangers, let alone the things that she needed to be able to have a normal life. When you go to drop your kid off, and every single time in the beginning, we'd have to go through everything she was allergic to. Preparation is everything. And me, for playing football for 13 years, it was all throughout the course of the week. It's getting ready for game day. When you're on the field, you're playing for your fans. At home, you're playing for your family. My playbook, read labels, keep it allergy friendly, and have an epinephrine nasal spray as a backup plan. Because when my family's safe from food allergens, that's the real victory. Visit foodallergy.org to learn more.
My mom is a veteran and she was injured in the line of duty.
I hurt my leg in a training accident when she was only 2 years old.
She had 7 different surgeries over the span of 9 years, and there were tons of complications.
I couldn't be the mom my kids needed me to be.
She missed so much.
After my last surgery, I got an infection so bad I thought it was going to kill me.
I told her she couldn't leave me yet. There was still so much she had to see. I hadn't even graduated.
I'm doing much better now. I may have lost my leg, but I've gained so much. I'm an active part of my kids' lives.
She can kick a mean soccer ball.
DAV's been there for me and my family. Through thick and thin, they've had our back.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans like Sandy get the health and disability benefits they've earned, so they can achieve victories great and small.
My victory is getting my life back. I got my joy back.
We got our mom back, thanks to DAV.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Bobby played for the Dallas Cowboys. Tito wears assless chaps.
I'm dead sexy.
You're locked into Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Let's do some quick hitters here, Bode.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
All right, fellas. Happy Tuesday. Start with some college basketball here. On Ohio State, we'll head to the Big East. I missed this one from the weekend. I was reading up on stuff yesterday, and we just had to bring it up here. One of the all-time good guys in the sport of men's college basketball. Actually, you know what? How about just college basketball, period? Rick Pitino. He earned his 900th career win over this past weekend as his Johnnies came from behind to beat Xavier 88-83. The Musketeers just so happened to be coached by Rick's son, Richard. With the win, St. John's improved to 15-5 on the year. They're 8-1 in Big East play. They look like they're heading for another NCAA tournament berth against the Godfather, Mr. Rick Pitino. Asked after the game what's next for the 73-year-old head coach, Pitino smiled, looked at the camera, and said 1,000. So he ain't going anywhere.
Going to that Italian restaurant to celebrate.
Bobby, just to clarify, those 900.
You know what date that
wins.
was? August 1st.
Oh.
You know how I know that? Because Tim Hall had beaten it into my head because that's the day that it's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's the day Tim got his hole-in-one, and he always said Rick got his hole-in-one on the same day.
Just to clarify, Carp, among those 900 wins, that is counting the vacated wins from his time there at Louisville.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen.
Yeah, they all count.
Just because you had some hookers come in and, help get some recruits. I mean, that's not even illegal anymore. Well, it may be illegal. It's not against the rules of the NCAA. I don't know the solicitation rules in the state of Kentucky. Maybe they've Maybe they have some open and free zones for negotiation. But good for old Slick Rick right here.
I really liked him when he went to Boston.
Ooh.
Now,
thankfully Bodie was so young he didn't remember that.
97 to 2001.
He drafted all his Kentucky guys.
He did. But
Antoine Walker.
On top of,
he kind of does the same little deal that you used to do. The little head jiggle.
Yeah. He had a nice little run.
He did, but
really beefed up late in his career.
He owes me $16.95 plus tax because I bought that damn book of his when he became head coach of the Celtics. Like
you were talking about $1,600.
No, $16.95. I don't know. Do you win with? It wasn't you win with people. That was somebody else. That was Woody.
No.
Wouldn't. Whatever. I'm saying I can't remember the name of his book was now. He had a book. It wasn't that one.
What if the title of his book was "You Win with People"? Wow, Woody Hayes, Rick Pitino.
There's 100% of the shots you don't take.
Anyway,
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
I see multiple books.
Success is a choice. That's what it was. Success
like
is a choice.
Listen.
I say burn to coach. Are born to coach. Not burn. Born to coach. Rebound roles. Success is a choice. The 1-day contract. What's this about? How to add value to every minute of your life. There you go. 1 minute.
Success is a choice. 10 steps to overachieving in business and life. Now let me ask you the question: when you think of overachieving in business and life, do you think of Tito?
No.
That book's a fraud. I'm telling you, and then he ends up being a crappy coach for the Celtics. Larry Bird's not walking through that door. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door. Making excuses because he went there with such a huge deal. He's going to go coach the Celtics.
That's a big deal. That's a big job.
Yeah. And I thought his success, I thought it'd be a choice for him. Succeed.
So I think because I was coming right off of like the Bird era.
Yeah.
Bird had just retired a couple years before.
Retired in 92.
Yeah. And then they had Lewis, who ended up dying.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
That was a tough break.
Anyway, I don't know how to get that money back, but
cocaine, a hell of a drug.
Dude, the Len Bias thing made me cry when I was a kid.
Marijuana's not a drug.
Exactly.
I would say that Pitino set up Doc Rivers for that 08 finals. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah, he did not leave the cupboard bare, right? He drafted, Antoine Walker. He drafted Ron Mercer.
Twan was good there for a minute.
Then
he kind of forgot
Frisian
how to shoot free throws.
Langdon from Duke. The Alaskan, right?
Alaskan Assassin.
Alaskan Assassin, that's right. But no, he drafted.
I thought that team was going to be great. I'm like, these are all the best players in college basketball. Then you realize that's not how it works.
He drafted Chauncey Billups and then wasted him away, and then he went somewhere else.
Well, they traded him like half a year in, didn't they?
Right, yeah. They traded him quickly.
Big shot. Yeah, that was a whoops.
Success is a choice, my ass.
All right, guys, some college football here. Might be time to start calling Coach Prime Coach Fine. Fine is in voluntary, money, not good looks. But that's because Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, he outlined to his team in the introductory meeting that his players would be losing name, image, and likeness money for attendance violations. So, for example, if you're late to practice, that's $500. If you don't show up to practice at all, I'd probably just kick you off the team, but that'll be a $2,500 fine. If you're late to treatment, that's $1,000. No showing for treatment, that'd be $1,500. In addition to that, Colorado players could be fined $2,500 for a violation of team rules and could be fined up to $5,000 for public or social media misconduct. Coach Prime also had this to say at the end of that very first 2026 team meeting, quote, I'm supposed to have 100-something men, but not everyone's a man right now. But through this process, and that's what I love, the process. I'm really not in love with the results. I'm in love with the process. I like the struggle. I like the journey. We're in the process right now, but I need men. I don't need boys. I don't need blamers or people that's on a list. I don't need naysayers. I don't need people who sold this court amongst other men who talk about program, who talk about this and that. And I'm not having it this year. Ain't no way in the world because we're winning whether you like it or not, Tito. What do you think there? I think the fine stuff actually makes sense, right?
That's what the NFL is.
That's exactly what I was going to say. This is minor league football now.
Where's the money go?
It's a great question.
It goes in Prime's pocket. That's different. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, just give the cash right now.
Maybe it just goes back into the pot. You're late?
Yeah.
Okay, and it adds up, and guess what? We're going to do with that money. We're going to buy your replacement next offseason.
Money not – so obviously you weren't fined cash. I'm not saying you were fined in the first place, Bob, when you were with Tressel. But what would happen if you were late for practice or missed a practice?
Missed the practice. Like, I don't even know how that factors in on the calculus. Like, hey, what, I didn't realize we had practice today?
I forgot.
There is not a day, like during the season, from August 1st to the end of the year, you go, and except for maybe like the Saturday or Sunday of a bye week, I went into the Woody Hayes every single day.
Okay.
I don't know how you would miss a practice. Like, just not. I mean, guys, you would skip. And like, I know there were guys who said they would have class, or then they would not go. Maybe they did have class, and then they would skip class. Well, they would have class and then skip practice for class because you had to, and then they would skip class and be just hanging out, and they'd catch them.
Right.
So I guess that there was that, but you would have to usually run, or there'd be some sort of punishment.
Right.
There are worse things. I tell guys, there are worse things. I tell people all the time, there are worse things in life than death. I mean, there's worse things than being like suspended for the half of a game. Sometimes, like, hey, when I don't have to play the first half against Indiana, back when Indiana sucked, I'm like, all right, that's not bad. I'd rather do that than wake up every day at 5 o'clock and come in here and run till I throw up. Like, that sounds miserable.
Yeah, the fines thing, it's the way it should be. It's going to be that way going forward in college football. You know, now that all the NIL money, guys getting paid, there's going to be financial consequences for decisions you make.
Are they allowed to do that? I know that might be a stupid question.
I don't know. That's a great question also.
I mean, you can...
It's Outback Steakhouse here, buddy. No rules, just right, buddy.
Okay, fair enough.
We got a guy who played in the NBA playing in college basketball right now.
That's fair point. And I guess if you didn't like it, Coach Prime and anybody else who implements it could just say, there's the door.
And by the way,
go play for somebody else.
Deion can puff his chest out a little bit now because he's developed a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Yeah. We'll stay with college football here, guys. We learned last week that the Big 12, they're moving their title game from Saturday at noon to Friday night as they take over the RIP Pac-12 former slot there on Friday night. And starting this next season, that vacant slot at noon, it's already been filled. The ACC announced yesterday that they're moving their title game from the 8 o'clock prime time window on Saturday night to noon on that same day on Saturday Conference Championship weekend. The ACC had been playing in the prime time window since 2009. Carp, I think this makes a lot of sense to get out of the head-to-head with the Big Ten.
I would say, yeah, because you said the quiet part out loud. They were going head-to-head with the Big Ten, which you go look at the ACC game when there's like 40,000 people.
Duke and Virginia.
Yeah.
That's fair.
40,000 people in Carolina Stadium there, like that in Charlotte. That's terrible. So this is the smart move for them. Like, oh, we'll go to head-to-head with the Big Ten. ESPN's like, listen, we're not wasting that anymore. Well, Big 12, if you want to move to Friday night, we'll throw the ACC in, and that's what it did. And that's what they should have done.
So now what are we looking at? We got ACC at noon. We've got SEC at 4 o'clock.
Yep.
And then Big 10 after that.
Yep.
Also MAC at some point there. What else we got on that day?
MAC's been at noon.
Has been at noon?
Hasn't it?
Yeah, they changed it a handful of years back. It used to be a Friday nighter, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like Friday night is going to be the Big 12, and then it says Friday or Saturday will be Conference USA, Mountain West, and Sun Belt.
Oh.
They'll figure that out. Then we got the ACC is locked in at noon. SEC, I got to believe the Big Ten will stay where they're at in the prime time there. But just abolish conference championship. I know it's not going to happen, but
I don't know. There's a lot of movement to getting rid of those. So it wouldn't surprise me if that ultimately happened.
How does that – okay, then how do they make up that money financially?
Well, they got to figure that out. But
that's somewhere like, do you have an idea of what they would do? Like, would it be a thing where maybe they get to broadcast or it's like big for the economies of those places where they have them, right?
Well, they've got them scheduled and they've got the dates reserved, but they don't have them reserved like into perpetuity. So it would have to be a move now, and I'm guessing it would be a move with the shift in the calendar and the expansion of the playoff. But I think there is movement, especially if they get to that stupid 24-team playoff, that they would be definitely eliminated at that point.
Is he able to talk Pitino off of that or not?
There's more people into it than what you would realize because it gets everybody in, and even like I was talking to Heather Dinich on Monday about this. Like, even if you're in Missouri, like you're like the SEC, they're pushing for that. Like you're trying to convince Missouri and Vanderbilt to spend all this money and get in, and they're getting close, but they're not in. So like, what are you getting any return on that for? And so it becomes like the NCAA tournament. Like you want to get in, and you want to have more teams in. And so that gives the ability then to do that if you're spending all this money. Like, that opens up that doorway and pathway. I'm not a proponent of it. I don't think it's what should happen. But I understand now as to why they're doing that. And so if you're Minnesota, you have a chance of getting in the playoff now.
So the question for me is, and I want to get your guys' opinion on this, but would you rather have 16-team playoff and conference championship games intact, or no conference championship games intact and do a 24-team playoff?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Off the top of my head, I'd still go 16.
With the conference championship game?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because you're still ultimately just letting less teams in at the end of the day.
Right.
I mean, most of those, more often than not, not counting the ACC, I guess, if you put those two teams in that are playing in the conference championship game are probably getting into the 16-team field.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it sounds about right, yeah. So
it doesn't really make sense to have them, but it's still keeping the field more exclusive.
See, I just look at it like a 24-team playoff, even a 16-team playoff or 12-team for this. Like this year, I don't think conference championship games meant that much as they usually did. I mean, we knew Ohio State and Indiana were getting buys. I don't know if it's more of an anomaly or just a...
maybe a little of both.
Yeah.
There's years where that might be the case, but I would rather have that than have 24 teams then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to go back and forth on it. I'm with listen, 24-team thing seems absurd to me, but if you're getting me to conference championship games, I might be on board with that. And also, but part of that too, Bob, is they got to fix the calendar then to make that happen. They have to get that the calendar right on that. I mean, there's a lot of other things I'd love to fix about college, or love to have changed in college football. But all right, folks, coming up next. It's a special Schlegs Day today. Bobby spoke with him. We've got that coming up next. Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. You don't want to start the new year off hurting. You don't want to start off the new year getting surgery. You don't want to start off the new year dealing with trying to plan something out into the future. What you want to do is get healthy. So what you want to do is go to my friends over at QC Kinetics. Dr. Tesner and his team, the medical pros at QC Kinetics right here in Columbus, they can deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, back, shoulders, whatever it is, they can help you get ready. So instead of those invasive operations, it's going to sideline you all of the early year. Go check out our friends at QC Kinetics and see if they can help you today. Imagine moving better, being stronger, planning your year, doing what actually you want to do. So don't wait. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices located in Dublin and Gahanna, and they're ready there for your free consultation. So go check them out today.
Everybody, it's Berm here, Jeremy Birmingham from the Austin and Berm Show on 97.1 The Fan, and I have the least exciting update I can give you. Awaken 180 is still working. That is actually fairly inconvenient because I don't have anything dramatic to complain about. I'm 5 weeks in, I'm down over 30 pounds, and there hasn't been a single plot twist. There hasn't been a stall. There's no mystery week where everything stops making sense. I simply follow the plan, I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and the scale does what it's designed to do too. Weight loss usually feels like a guessing game where you're constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop, but Awaken 180 doesn't. There's structure, there's coaching, and there's zero need for motivational speeches in the mirror. I'm not negotiating with myself. I'm not starting over every Monday. I'm moving forward, enjoying the ride, feeling a whole lot better, and watching years of bad habits quietly get undone. Do what we all did and make your own 180 with Awaken 180. Go online at awaken180weightloss.com, 844-346-1800. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. In football, a quarterback needs protection, time in the pocket to make the big play. In business, your pocket is your cash flow. Without the right protection, pressure can come fast. A great banking partner is like your O-line, pancaking your problems to keep you marching down the field. Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they help local businesses protect the pocket.
Thanks, Bobby. At Riverside Bank, we help you guard what matters most with cash management, flexible credit solutions, and fraud protection that keeps your business upright and moving forward.
That's right, Chuck. Because whether you're running a small shop or leading a regional enterprise, protecting your pocket is how you stay in the game. Come see us at Riverside Bank, and we'll help you play to win. Look for our new branch location at Bridge Park in 2026.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Welcome back into the Juice and the newest addition to the Ohio State strength coaches staff. A guy that was a regular here on Tuesdays, most Tuesdays when he got up. Wanted to say goodbye. Wanted to have a little chit chat with our guy Schlegs before he said he might pop back in at different random times, but it'll be tough given the fact that he's probably training dudes right now. But wanted to kind of have it one last final run, and here was our conversation from yesterday evening. All right, now we're here with our guy. He's been with us every Tuesday here for so long, since he left the Juice, maybe a little bit of time gone during Jayville, but now back at Ohio State. Strength coach extraordinaire, Mr. Anthony Schlegel. How are we doing, sir?
You look amazing.
Just trying to keep
you
my
look
hair
amazing. We're your hair looks nice and full, so lush. That Spartan shampoo, you have like a lion's mane.
How about that, dude? I'm receding in the front, but I'm just trying to keep it where it needs to be.
Guess what? Just grow it out in the back, party in the back.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like that?
Yeah, you got the beanie on, dude. How did you guys end up getting a lift in on Monday since it was level 3 snow dangers?
No. You can't have kids going in there. I did. I got.
Are we trying to win? Schlegs, are we trying to win games?
It has nothing to do with toughness, safety.
Hey, there used to be a sign on the weight room that said "at all costs." You know what I mean? Listen.
Well, there is the tougher you are, the tougher you will get. And hey, how about you shovel some snow over there at the apartment complex or whatever?
Coach,
I did that.
My traps are sore from shoveling snow yesterday.
That
was good.
I mean, like you put your right hand on the handle, right? And like I'm just shoveling, rotating, and then I try to make it ambidextrous so I can defend off dementia. So I put my left, and I'm just like, it's not as good, but you got to work through it. You're a little slower. You got to find that good rhythm. You know all about a 2-man rhythm.
Oh yeah, dude. You got low right, then low left. You get the good rotation. My obliques were sore. The thing was that I got a good lift afterwards. Got in the steam after that, so I felt pretty good. I got to keep touching it up, and keep widening and getting more space out there. So I felt pretty good, man. But we're just excited. I told Thitoff, I said, "Hey, Schlegs coming on, next week." I go, "This might be it, dude." I'm like, he's going back to Ohio State. So how excited, how juiced are you? I mean, it's sad to see you go. I'll get to see you just as much, but I know the folks, they want to hear from you. And so we have our daily Schlegelism that, Bodie will keep throwing up there. He kept doing that in honor of Shark. But what all went into this, and how excited were you to be back in the fold?
It was just a culmination of things, Bob. And I read a book about my pastor in Jacksonville. It's called Stand Firm and Act Like Men. And in it, he kind of goes through, there's a love chapter, 1 Corinthians 13, and it's just talking about love. And he was like, hey, I kind of, to me, it's love is your joy in the Lord expressed towards others at great expense to yourself. And, as a father and a husband, like we know what that looks like to them. And we got to give up some things, great expense to yourself. But my joy is really expressed towards others in coaching. It just is who I am. I've kind of not necessarily fought it for 10 years, but I did other things in which I really enjoyed. However, there's just something about, and you and I have said this, like you always say, don't confuse activity with achievement. And I've taken that from you and used it a lot. And it's one of your best quotes. But when you're involved in a lot of things, you become a shadow of your elite self. And I am really excited just to be fanatical at how can I help somebody move the needle to maximize their value, help us win championships at The Ohio State University, and extend their career predicated upon what they're capable of and let the chips fall where they may. And I like that. I really do. And they got, and you're in there, Bob, but the caliber of men that we have in that building that are trying to lead and develop young people is awesome. And I'm excited to be a part of it. And again, I mean, heck, I've known Coach Mick since 2012, and KP was there on his first staff, and he kind of introduced me as going on my third tour, you know, and it's like, it's kind of true, but why not? And, you know, this place is near and dear to both of our hearts. I know, me being from Texas, you know, my life's trajectory, I don't know where it would be without Ohio State and what it's done. And then also currently how it's impacting my personal family, having a family member battling cancer, going to be treated at the James, and all the things that you and I and Lisa Cisco, Chris Quinn, Buckeye Cruise for Cancer, all those people that are involved in it, with Tress and Urban and Ryan Day, and now all the former players, the current and former players that go on it, and all the things that the family of that does throughout the year to raise dollars at the James. It's really a full circle kind of moment, but I'm excited to be back in the building.
Well, I'm happy for you.
What are you most excited about seeing when you're in there? Do I get to make you laugh? I mean, because tell everybody, all the subtle nuances.
Even despite the fact, Schlegs, I've been going in there for 14 years with Mick as the strength coach. He came up, you know, last week. He goes, "Hey, next week, 10 feet away from players at all times." And I go, "Mick, I've been in here with you now for a decade and a half. I know not to talk to the players when they're in here working." He's like, "I just want to be sure. I'm like, "Mick, like, I'm not going to screw around with them. I'll talk to them in the training room. I got Peyton Pierce, and I'll tell the guys," I was like, "Hey, just pound. Good job. Keep working." I go, "We're not stopping and talking. This isn't like discretionary lift time where we can chat it up when you're stretching or whatever. This isn't NFL off season. Like, you know, where guys kind of lift and hang out, whatever." I'm like, you're here to work. I got Peyton Pierce coming up to me talking about Game of Thrones and the different episodes of what's going on. And that's the beauty of it all, to watch those guys. I'm with you, man. I like to watch the guys develop. It makes you feel good to watch somebody improve. And if you can bolt on any measure of success with any little nuggets or pieces of advice or just little slight degrees of course correction like that, you gain a lot of utility and satisfaction in that. And you always reminded me of an AC/DC song, Schlegs, the chorus, "Let me put my love into you." And so maybe that's kind of what that's always been about for you. I never knew that it was about human development the way. And it's funny to stand firm and act like men. You've talked about that. And I saw this post come across my Instagram feed about the 4 books that Fernando Mendoza had read. Yeah. And I can't remember. There was 2 that I had read, one that I recognized, and one that I thought I did. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And it was Stand Firm and Act Like Men. I was like, I knew I'd heard somebody talk about it. I couldn't remember. And I knew that you saying that reminded me that was the case. So I'm excited for you, man, to be back in there. You know, what was old is new. It's amazing. You know, you're back there with Kenny, and then also Coach Luke Rose, who was an intern for you back during the first national title run that you were a part of. So pretty darn exciting. I know the folks are going to want to continue to hear from you, see from you. We've got Steele filling in for you on the Bobby Carpenter show. Today, Monday was his maiden voyage by himself, and he did a pretty good job.
Nice.
You know? It's just different. I mean, it's like he's 20 years younger than you.
I know. That's amazing.
To say that I was doing the math, I'm like, he's not over 25, and you'll be.
You know what the good thing is, Bob, is like I'm watching your podcast, and you know, hey, here's the good thing: it's like we still look kind of good. Somebody, the other day was like, "I thought you were a lot younger." I was like, I appreciate that.
Well,
good.
That's good. But then I also get
gas station ready, Waffle House ready.
Well,
side nugget. Yeah. I didn't know Arthur Smith's family started
FedEx. Yeah. Well, yeah. So his grandfather started the precursor to what is now Waffle House.
Hey, we're gonna have a convo. I'm like, listen, man, I'm gonna develop the crap out of your offensive side of the ball. I already saw Keenan Bailey. He's dapping me up. I saw Tyler the other day. I'm gonna have to talk to him. Like, listen, man, if we get this going and you just really like the way that I coach, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be outside of my norm. It's going to be authentically me. But if you like that and you feel like I could be the brand ambassador of a Waffle House in Circleville, around town, all I ask in payment is a well-seasoned Waffle House waffle iron.
Well,
And maybe an endless supply of batter.
I think more importantly of note, his dad, I believe, founded FedEx, which is probably
charge that to winning.
Well, charge that to winning, but the Waffle House is the best part because that's what you're excited about. Like,
it was so funny. The first day I'm back. Who was it? It was Carson. Waffle House ready, babe. And I didn't have the clothes yet. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't go in there, Kevin. I mean, I'm in there at like 4:45, 5 o'clock, so I can get a little lift in, so I can like work the room and feel frothy and get my mind right for the lifts. And I didn't have any clothes, so I had like a random shirt that I brought, like a Ohio State like light hoodie, and under it was just my waffle. I wore the waffle. I just happened to. It's in my rotation of tri-blend T-shirts. But I wore the Waffle House ready shirt, and Carson said that. I said, hey, bro. He's like, oh, my gosh, I got to get one of those. I was like, when you start, when you're a dude mover, you know what I mean? When you show me that you're going to be a dude mover in here, you might just get one in the locker. I'll have to check the compliance. I'm sure all things go now, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about? You giving a guy a T-shirt? These dudes
I was telling these guys after the workout because I had the freshmen on Saturday, and we were talking about some of them can't see skip. So we had a remedial practice of see skip. And as they passed, we made them have to do the thumbs up, like thumbs up, thumbs down. Can this guy go on? We only had one that still is in remedial training of that. It's okay. It's just coordination. It's all good. But I told him, I was like, listen, you go down the hallway down here, and these, beautiful nutritionist people, male, female, they're making you extra frothy, sweaty smoothies the way that you like it. I was like, right there in that office, Bobby Carpenter, AJ Hawk, and myself used to break in there and rip the door off the hinges so we can drink Gatorade chocolate protein shakes out of a can because they wouldn't give us any, and they wouldn't give us any peanut butter because of compliance. And so, you know what? I want you to walk in there and get one of those ready to drink protein shakes. What are those, muscle milks? Yeah. Like you pound a muscle milk and then you go get like a really good one. Just so you know how good that one is. But guess what? You just got more protein. So charge it to win it.
Absolutely. That's amazing. They are so good. I forgot about that. Remember the thick, the thick hard tin, like you couldn't dent them. I mean, they were so.
No, they were amazing. Skin. Like if you could, I crushed one of those on my face, on my skull. Just I wanted to see if I could, and it hurt. That one hurt me. No problem. That's like smashing one of those old school malt liquor cans. Those are bumpy.
Yeah. There's also 360 calories in there, Schlegs. So when I watch you drink 2 of them, I'm like, wow, that's a lot. That's almost basically a whole meal of food right there for most humans or more. And Schlegs is just crushing them down. Well, that's awesome, dude. Well, we're excited for you to be a part of this. I'm excited to see you in there. I know the folks will be excited to watch you on the sideline. When people heard about it, the memes of you slamming that dude on the field.
I mean, honestly,
he's back.
Can we not get it?
They're trespassing, Schlegs.
Can we not get another one? Can we not? That's okay. You know what? Of all the 330 tackles I had in my college career, the best one was when I was 34 years old. And you know what? When called upon, you got to respond. So don't trespass at Ohio Stadium. Now, listen, I'm older now. I'm not going to wear some shoes out there in case this happens. But please, people, just stay in the States.
Are you going to be the dude? My dad did this later in his career, and I watched Ebner and James will do it occasionally. James will change out of them. But when they're doing the drills, they wear cleats.
Yeah.
So they don't slide. My dad used to wear cleats his last 10 years. He wore my pink breast cancer awareness cleats on the sideline that I had left back there. He'd wear them all the time. Are you going to wear cleats now, you think, during the games, just in case?
Absolutely not. No. I mean, they make those ones that have tread on. I probably won't even wear those. I'm at the point where it's all about comfort. Honestly, it's funny. I was sitting on the couch with Steph, and I'm like, man, I must be getting older. She's like, yeah, you are. You are old. I was like, well, I feel like I'm 28, maybe 31. Because when I was 29, 30, I was I was strong. I'm not like that. I got to get that back. But I went up to a size 13. My foot must be getting flatter. I'm going to have to start running or something.
You and Barry Bonds and Giambi, your heads grow, your feet keep growing as you get older. Jaw gets bigger.
As long as my ears don't. I've seen people get bigger ears.
Your ears, I'll tell you a little secret, buddy. Your ears and nose never stop growing. You do realize that, correct?
I'm looking at it now. Well, you know what? If my nose grows, maybe it won't. My forehead, my daughter was making fun of how I have a dent in my forehead like a caveman. Saying, I got your cave.
My Courtney calls it the Cro-Mag skull. And I'm like,
that's okay. You know what? It's
evolution.
Part of genetics.
It protects my brain.
Yeah.
It's just
protection.
Yeah. It's all good.
Protect what matters most with Exworth mouth guards or a skull from genetics.
Yeah. Just build it up, and then my kids make fun of my receding hairline. And I'm like, listen, dude, I mean, I'm 40. Just be 40. I'll be 43 in a handful of months. So I
will say this. I'm really excited to be getting a bigger, thicker cylinder moving forward because we train neck like almost every single day. And I'm always in there demonstrating and like kind of in between when I got some time, I just go get a really good set, or if we're doing single arm dumbbells, and here's the best part. Depending upon the group, I just grab the heaviest weights that I know they won't be able to handle. And I'll just do a quick demo. Now I'll do like a single arm lat pull down. And I just threw on like 175 pounds and I did it. I was like, pull pause. 1, 2, 3, like a dude, pull pause. And I did it. I only did 2 reps. I probably could have maybe did 4. I was like, guess what? That's way too heavy for you guys. You guys got to grow into that. And then I was like,
that's amazing. You're unbelievable. You're just like your dad. You know what I want you to do, Schlegs, is I'll let you go on this. I want you to do manual neck, dude on dude, forehead on forehead, like 2 rams leaning into each other.
Now you got it. Now, I mean, I'm gonna have to do that. We were doing lateral on the wall, flexion on the wall, and then I was just like, this is what you do. And they're like, hey, coach, you want my towels? Like, I don't need a towel. And I just stuck my skull right on that cinder block. And they're just kind of looking at me. You got to remember, half of them never been here before.
Yeah.
And probably 75% of them don't know who I am. But I'm just like, what are you talking about? I was like, look at that. It's like chicks dig thick cylinders. Like, let's go. And hard skulls, because that's what the game is about. Fast and violent. Snapping necks back. Snap your fingers, snap your neck. I forgot who sang that song. It's a good one, but that's all about hat and hands. I think they wrote that song when they were thinking about flow delivery.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Right on. Absolutely. They did. Well, I appreciate the time, sir. Get back to loving your family. Thanks for spending some time with me this evening. We're excited to have this on and get everybody to say goodbye to you tomorrow. And they'll see you now in the stadium on a weekly basis, sir.
Or just, hey, hit me up whenever. I'm just a guy being a dude driving a truck.
Hey, well, maybe we'll have some pop-in visits here every once in a while with these Schlegs. Thank you so much.
Oh, my gosh. Absolutely, brother. Appreciate you guys. Go Bucks, beat cancer.
Bob, are you surprised at how
Schlegs looks like he was dressed to be like the extra member of the Beastie Boys in that video?
It looked like Prison Schlegs.
It was. He was Prison Mike.
Schlegs, right. Are you surprised at all at how people took to Schlegs? Like when you first had him on Morning Juice, when you guys first started things up, it was you and Beamer and Schlegs.
Some people hate him.
Some people hate him.
Yeah.
Why? They say, anybody have a reason why they hate him?
Don't like ice cream.
I just like.
I don't know.
But were you surprised though?
How's the posse track on a Plymouth work? I don't know. It just does.
Because it seems like people really embraced him and enjoyed his authenticity, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he's unabashedly like himself.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't try to pretend to be anybody for anyone else. That's why I enjoy being around him, gassing him up a little bit. That's why the players like him. I mean, Schlegs, I've tried to tell people this. He's the only guy that I know that could go to DeSoto and Highland Park, be like a captain on the football team at both places, and be loved by everybody that I've met that have gone to school there with him. I mean, at DeSoto, I'm trying to think of like what an equivalent school would be like here. It would be like Franklin Heights, I would say, but just really good football. I mean, Schlegs was, I think, the only white dude on the team. Real life. And his dad was one of the coaches. And I played with a couple of guys who played with him in high school. And I didn't put it together because they were a lot older than me. But since Schlegs is a lot older than me, but somehow graduated with me, those things intertwined. And I remember talking to Patrick Creighton about it. And he's like, oh, dude, Schlegs' dad used to just kick the crap out of him every day in the weight room. He's like, he'd be like a 7th grader in there lifting with us. And his dad would just be all over him. He's like, he was tough, man. He's like, everybody loved Schlegs. And, you know, I'd play, like Tatum Bell was another guy who was on his team. I talked to Tatum about it when we were playing Denver one time and just how much those guys loved him. And then I also talked to Matty Stafford, and I was sitting there one day. I vividly remember this. And I can't remember who, you know what it may have been? It may have been that Dallas Green Bay game, Bodie, that was Wade Phillips' last game on a Sunday night as the head coach. Didn't go very well. It did not. It did not. And I remember sitting there, and Stafford, who's a Dallas kid, was he was a Romo fan and went to Highland Park. And Stafford didn't come from like some crazy affluent family either. And I was like, hey, because the Cowboys were on and we were talking, I go, a former teammate of mine went to Highland Park like his last year or two of high school. You were probably in middle school when he was there. Like, do you remember a guy named Anthony Schlegel? And he was like, oh yeah. He's like, Schlegweiser, Schlegmaster, something. He goes, yeah, dude. He would come in the weight room. We were in middle school. And he would have this cutoff on. He'd be like, all right, guys, listen up. This is how you get the chicks. And he started going into like this whole lifting thing, like what to do. And I'm like, wow, like you remember all this? He's like, dude, it was awesome. He was the best. I'm thinking, dude, this is unbelievable that you were 7th, 8th, probably 7th grade, because Matt's significantly younger. And you remember this guy coming through. And I'm like, that's the type of guy that he is. Like, he's loved by all and remembered by anybody that meets him. He's a very memorable figure. So it's always fun to kind of hang around him and just see somebody who cares so little about what other people think, and he's just going to do his life and try to help people in a way that, you know, makes them better, whether they maybe want to be or not. And I think it's exhausting to his wife because she's like, stop coaching me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's just who he is. He's going to make you be the very best you can all the time.
Can you explain Air Force then?
What do you mean?
He doesn't look like an Air Force guy.
Well, it was the best scholarship he could. It was the best place he could go play football.
I got you.
And so I remember he had told me a handful of other schools that were recruiting him. And he went to Air Force. He really liked the coaches.
Yeah.
And they were ranked in like top 25, like in those years. They were good. You know, usually win 8 or 9 games every year. And yeah, he wanted to go there. That was the best place for him. I don't know if he fully understood what he was signing up for.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I think about Air Force. I don't think about someone like Schlegs.
I mean, they pulled him out of county lockup to go have him meet his Air Force recruiter on his visit to his home.
They pulled him out of county lockup?
He'd gotten in a fight the week before, night before, I don't know. And Dad's like, where are you? He called him. He's like, I'm down here at Dallas County. Can you come get me? He's like, yeah. And his dad's like, hey, sorry. He's like, he's been working out. Let me go get him. So Schlegs goes, my dad dropped him off like a half a mile from the house. He's like, sprint home. You got to be sweaty when you walk in.
This is a damn movie, Bobby.
Oh, of course it is. His life is a movie. The stories they're all real too, which is what's amazing.
Having to get picked up out of lockup to go meet.
Oh yeah. Schlegs' life, I always joke, it's a lot like Gulliver's Travels. It's like watching the Iliad. Reading the Iliad, it's like Gulliver's Travels. I mean, it's all those like, you know, stories from back in the day. I mean, it's just, it's almost, it's too true to be conjured.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't make it up if you tried.
Well, hopefully we have him on sporadically when he has time to do it. That'd be great. At this time tomorrow, Austin Ward's going to join us. But coming up next, how unlikely was this Super Bowl matchup? We'll discuss that next. Morning Juice.
Ms. Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town? The opportunity to work alongside them as partners. Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area and will help you reach your goals. So whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road. Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
There have been 26 quarterbacks from USC drafted in the NFL, Bob.
Yep, and Sam Darnold is the first one to ever start a Super Bowl, which when I saw that, I'm like, USC probably has more first-round quarterbacks than any other team, I would imagine. And the fact that he's the first one to start a Super Bowl is wild.
Yeah.
Like you think of all the guys that they put in the league, it doesn't even make sense.
They've even had 8 quarterbacks drafted since 2003, 5 of whom went into the top 10.
Yep.
Which is incredible to me.
Darnold's one of those guys.
Yep.
Sanchez.
Darnold, Sanchez, what? Palmer? Was Palmer in there?
Palmer was number 1.
Number 1, yeah. I think who else were the other ones in
Leinart.
there? Leinart.
He was number 9 to Arizona.
Who was the... I think when the flamed out right away. I can't remember anyway. That was Marinovich back in the 90s. But so the on The Athletic, Mike Sando went and did this research, and he looked at every Super Bowl since 1989, the preseason odds of these teams to get to the Super Bowl. And the one this year, coming into this year, the Patriots were 80-1, the Seahawks were 60-1, which extrapolate that out, that means that the odds of this matchup happening was 4,800-1.
There you go.
Behind it, so that's the most since 1989. That's the unlikeliest Super Bowl matchup since '89. The one behind it was Titans and Rams in '99. Titans were 30-1. Rams were 150-1. Makes that one 4,500-1. Bengals Rams in 2021. Ravens Giants in 2000. 2003 Patriots Panthers. 2008 Steelers Cardinals was Steelers were 18-1. Cardinals were 50-1. But yeah, so Patriots and Seahawks is the most unlikely matchup since 1989.
Longest odds.
I shouldn't be surprised, I guess, when I saw it based on what the teams were. You have one team coming off a 3-14 season with a new head coach, and one team with Sam Darnold as a quarterback. But
you don't believe in Sam?
I'm not going to do the Hoosiers thing with them now. I'm not going to say like, when do I start believing in Sam? But anyway, I was trying to think of some of the more unlikely ones in my lifetime that I can remember. I guess that Titans Rams was probably one of the Patriots when they went on that run with Brady. I'd say that was one as well. So in that year, did that when Bledsoe
but Tom had played a number of games before that. Like Bledsoe got hurt in the season, and Tom came in, played pretty well. The big problem was Drew got Drew Bledsoe got healthy in the playoffs, and then they had to make the decision. Maybe the last game of the regular season, they had to make the decision of whether they're going to go with Tom or Drew, and that's when Belichick chose to stay with Drew.
What an amazing time! Like I remember that happened. What a big deal it was because Bledsoe was a damn good quarterback.
Bledsoe was the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah,
for New England, under Parcells, and so that was a big deal, a very big deal. Because Belichick was there as part of he knew Drew. It wasn't like he just showed up and he drafted Tom number 1. By the way, Tom was a 6th-round draft pick.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was some guy that was held in high esteem or high regard.
I don't think he put up huge numbers right away like that. And
no,
so that's why
teams won early because of the defense. And Tom put together good drives at the end of games.
Right.
But they leaned in. They were if you go look at their numbers for all of those first 3 Super Bowl teams, they were very average in both offense and defense.
Yeah.
They were within, I don't think, maybe low single digits on either offense or defense, meaning 7th, 8th, 9th in the league. But I think most of their stuff, they were 12th or 13th, 14th, 15th, somewhere in that on both sides of the ball with their total offense and defense.
And that's the part that, I remember watching those games and nothing jumped out at me about Brady. You know what I mean? I thought he was a good quarterback. But it was.
You watch those drives at the end of the game that put him in field goal range.
Right, but I wondered, and I remember I saw it might have been the 2 Bills 30 for 30.
Yeah,
when they discussed that
2 Beals.
Yeah, the 2 Beals.
They're Beals.
And seeing the tension going on when
Belichick. Can you feel the tension?
When Belichick did that, but yeah, it's a genius move by Belichick. That he ended up making that selection there. Nothing against Bledsoe.
Is it a genius move, or is it just, the 50-50 play?
It is a 50. Well, yeah, it's a 50 play. But I would have picked Bledsoe, though.
Would you have?
I think I would have at that point still, just because
Brady had started a number of games and played well.
He had. But Bledsoe, in my mind at that time, I thought Bledsoe had the higher ceiling.
Higher ceiling, he was 30.
I understand that. I'm just saying, though, Bob, I could see Bledsoe going out and gunslinging for games. Statistically, I thought he had the higher ceiling than what Brady was showing. Now, maybe that's one of the reasons I'm not an NFL coach or evaluator of talent, but because I also thought that Josh Rose would be a really good quarterback in the NFL, too. May have misfired on that one a little bit, too. But I just say it was a very gutsy decision by Belichick to do that. And I was just looking back on it, though, it just seems like such a gutsy call by Belichick at the time to do that.
Well, it was also 25 years ago now that it happened. And they beat the greatest show on turf.
They did. God, I love that Rams team, too. Somebody made the joke that...
that Rams team, as good as they were, was field goal away, maybe a stop away here or there from winning 2 Super Bowls, and a couple inches away from winning no Super Bowls.
Right, yeah.
And that's the margin in the NFL. Where
they want, we need.
They're everywhere around us.
Everywhere around us.
Phillip Rivers withdrew from the Bills coaching search.
Oh, really?
Heard the joke that it's the first time he's pulled out of something.
There we go.
Anyway, I don't think he was ever going to be the head coach there. I don't know. I don't think you look. We've seen guys like not to say, but like Trent Dilfer went from coaching high school to coaching college right away like that without really being like a coordinator somewhere else and at a higher level. And playing, I don't know if he's still is Dilfer still there or not.
No, they fired him.
They fired him.
Yeah, last year.
Did you think there was a realistic shot that Rivers would be the head coach of the Bills?
I thought it was as good as anybody else.
And then the Browns still can't find a coach. People keep withdrawing from that.
When you have so many good options.
Right.
They have a Pro Bowl quarterback's attorney.
That's what I'm saying. Now it changes the narrative, Bob, because now you can say, look at us. We got a great defense and a Pro Bowl quarterback.
And he's only going to be in his second year.
And we got 2 first-round picks this year.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what's the problem there? It seems like people are using the Browns maybe as a leverage thing or like as a backup plan more than that. Like, hey, you know what? If I can get the Browns, if they offer me the job, I'll take. I think what Monken is going to. I think Monken has said that if the Browns don't offer him the job, he's going to go and take the OC job with Harbaugh in New York.
That's what people. Yeah, I've heard a lot of rumors around that, and that makes sense.
Like, I don't even know what kind of coach the Browns need.
A good one.
You know what I mean? Well, they had a good one. I thought Stefanski was a good coach.
I don't think he was bad.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to think, Bob, of how to construct. Like, what kind of coach? I was looking at some of the past coaches. Like, what kind of coach would be good for Cleveland? I think Tomlin would have been good for Cleveland. Harbaugh would have been good for Cleveland. But, like, what kind of coach do you think that organization needs?
I think Schwartz will do a good job there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm biased with, Jim because he was my head coach in Detroit, but I think he would be a good coach for there. I think he's learned probably a lot. And, with that, probably ready maybe to take the next step with that. Now you've got to draft well. They've got to figure out the quarterback situation.
Right.
But, he took the Lions to the playoffs for the first time in a long time.
Right.
And he flipped over the culture there. And that was with a lot of issues going on internally that he overcame, and then Caldwell overcame a little bit, and like they eventually did Matt Patricia in before they finally overhauled the entire organization. But he can find ways to win in adverse situations, and he's a hell of a defensive coordinator. That's why, regardless who they bring in, they were trying to keep him on the defensive side of the ball,
right? Because
of how good he is.
Yeah, he certainly had success in Detroit there. So we'll keep watching that every day. It seems like someone is Philip Riversing the Browns. They're pulling out on the Browns search. Coming up next, we'll wrap things up. Toad's Got Juice, Morning Juice.
You know what hope is? Hope is action. Carving a path forward, even when it's hard.
And kids who still know how to dream. They're the best pathfinders of all.
So at Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide to grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and so all those good things can come true for them. Safe.
And that means safe at home, safe at school, and safe online.
Hope means walking this path together. All of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
To learn how Child Fund works with children in 23 countries to help them achieve their full potential, visit childfund.org. That's childfund.org.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
Tito has had 2 wives. They've both been named Heather. If you know someone named Heather, please warn her. This is Morning Juice.
All right, Morning Juice, final segment of the program. Bodie, take it away.
That was pretty quick on the trigger there, Tito. All right, here we go. What's got us juiced?
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. For all your roofing, gutter, or siding needs, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Sitting here on a Tuesday, that means we'll start with our good friend Schlegs.
Yep, I got to fade that down, turn that off. All right, now Mr. Schlegs.
I got to play my first round of golf at a charity event. Honestly, I have not swung a golf club in an entire year. All I need is about 20 minutes on the range, figure some stuff out. But guess what? All gas, no brakes.
Got these blisties from hitting 10,000 golf balls last night. If you just looked at Schlegs' body, I think that'd be like, yeah, there's no way that guy's good at golf. Bryson DeChambeau tried to go that route and get all jacked.
Schlegs is pretty good, though.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Beam used to say the same thing, and then he beat Beam in the death.
Never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, he beat Beam in the death match. Beam, Schlegs got he issued a stay on his life, so he's still alive.
Okay.
Beam goes, "There's no way. I'll give him, I forget, 5 strokes." I'm like, "That's a mistake." And then after he hit the ball, he's like, "Yeah, that was bad." Because Schlegs can hit it really far.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. If I don't know. I guess I would have said he would struggle to connect with it, but I'm not shocked that if he does connect with it, the ball goes
Schlegs has
away.
golfed a lot in his life. He would skip classic golf.
Okay, there you go. We're dead
He
wrong
thinks
on
he's
that
better
one.
than he is, but he's pretty good.
Most golfers probably think that. And then they go out there and want to snap their club over their thigh. Like, was it Bo Jackson who did that one time? Right?
His bat.
That was a bat.
Yeah, no, I know. It was a bat.
Yeah, it was Jackson.
All right, guys. What has me juiced? Day 3 of Snowmageddon, or 2, however you want to call it. Sunday kind of counts, right? Didn't have to go anywhere, but that's when it started. So still trying to work our way through that. Didn't make it to the gym yesterday. Going to try to make it today, hoping the roads are a little more, conducive for that. But we will see after a nap this afternoon. My mom did bring me to work again this morning, God love her, because getting the car out of the garage and kind of getting it rolling there was still a little bit of a trouble situation there. I will say I went down and shoveled it yesterday, and we were still having some issues. But when I did go down to shovel, right as I was finishing up, the girl in the garage next to me tried to pull out. She kind of got stuck, and so I held up my shovel. I was like, "Hey, you want me?" As if to say, like, "Hey, you
how you doing?"
Like, you want me to try to hit it? And she gave me a nod. And so I went
shovel.
over.
I got you. I'm sorry. I thought it was awfully bold play by you.
Oh, Thitoff. But anyway, I guess, given Carpenter's comments towards you, sometimes I probably had that coming. But went over, hit it. She immediately backed down and got it. She's like, "Thanks so much." She's like, "Go Irish." And at first I was like, "What?" But I then remembered I had my Notre Dame toboggan on. And I asked her, I was like, "Man, that Mike Mickens news was tough." And she looked at me like I was crazy.
Where's he going?
I did not say that.
Oh.
I was just kidding. Mike Mickens, he is going to the Ravens.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's been a tough couple of days for the one play, one lifers, Bob, to lose the best defensive backs coach in the country. That one stinks. That did not have me juiced yesterday morning when I woke up and saw that news, but was juiced this morning when I woke up and saw the Celtics won. I saw about a quarter and maybe 3 minutes into the second quarter of that one, getting up early the last couple of days due to the weather, obviously, just to give myself plenty of time to make my way in here and whatnot. Is not conducive for an 8 o'clock tip-off time between the Celtics and the Trailblazers last night, but was juiced to see that they won this morning when I woke up, and that's what I got for you guys. So, Carp, what has you juiced this morning, sir?
Finding that stuff out about Mike Mickens. He was one of my brother's teammates at Cincinnati. So, teammate of Marcus Freeman's in high school at Wayne.
Yeah.
So that's
I think he played. What did I read? He played with who just got the job there in Baltimore. I'm blanking.
Jesse Minner.
Yes, I think they had some sort of connection.
Well,
too.
yes. I mean,
Minner
Rick, his
from
dad,
Cincinnati or Dayton area.
His dad, Rick, was coach at Cincinnati before Mark D'Antonio. He was down there for a while.
Okay.
My brother knew him really well. I'm trying to think of where they all crossed paths, but
I think Rick coached at Notre Dame, didn't he? Right.
And that may have been part of it. Yeah, that might be. He coached at. I know he coached at Marshall. He coached my brother there. He was at. Yeah, he did coach at Notre Dame earlier in his career.
Okay.
Yeah, he coached at Notre Dame in the early '90s.
Okay.
But yeah, good opportunity for Mike. That obviously stinks.
No question.
That obviously stinks for you.
Yeah.
And for Marcus Freeman.
It's a lot like Hartline, though. When you have an assistant coach that is that good for that long, and he leaves after 6 years. And how long was Hartline at Ohio State? Probably 6 or 7. Does that sound roughly right? Maybe a tad
he
longer.
came in when Ryan's first year. That was when he was the head coach. This was
like
his 7th year.
When an assistant coach like that sticks around that long and does that good of a job, when he does eventually make the leap to whatever's next, you give him a pat on the back and say, thank you for everything you've done, and God bless you, man. Good luck.
You know what it is? He was a grad assistant on that Cincinnati team.
Okay.
With
when
Ryan Kelly was there.
Oh.
Yeah. In 06 and 07, or 07 and 08. So they would have been together at that point in time. And so
Mickens was playing, Minner was assistant.
I believe that would have been
Okay.
the case. Yeah, because he's younger than me.
Okay.
He's my brother's
There you
age.
go.
So, so Minner would have been the GA there. So a lot of times your GAs do have really good relationships with the players, the older guys, because you're about the same age with them.
Yeah.
Just usually a year or two removed. What's got me juiced? Watched Sinners last night with Michael B. Jordan, and it was really good. Enjoyed it. I was talking to one of my friends who said he watched it with his son, and there's a little nugget that I was telling you about that's about a handful of minutes into the credits where they give you like a little 2 or 3 minute scene at the end, kind of ties some things up, some loose ends, gives you a little look into the future of all of it, and had a very Marvel-esque feel. And so that had me juiced. We watched it. I thought it was a very good movie. It did not go where I thought it would.
Okay.
But there was a lot of what I thought it was, and then there was like a turn. Like, this is not what I was expecting at all when I watched it. But it's set during the Great Depression in the Deep South, and pretty entertaining. About, I don't know, about an hour and 40 minutes. Not crazy.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't crazy.
Pretty
long.
short.
Yeah, hour and 45 minutes. It wasn't crazy long. So enjoyed that. Had a good time with it. Dug some more snow out yesterday. Drove my kids around. Got them to wherever they needed to go and to all their friends' houses and everything else. And excited and hopefully to get back like to the normal week so you can get the roads plowed off so I can make it there in the requisite times that I always do and quit worrying about everything else that's going on. The snow's not going anywhere. Chance we may get some more next week, I potentially heard. We'll see if that materializes. And this would be the first time in Ohio in like it seems like a minute where we've had a lot of snow and then maybe had some more snow before the first snow had actually melted. So just stacking it on there in a big way. So that's all got me juiced it off. And then talking to Schlegs last night, that was good. What's got you juiced it off?
First of all, something happened in the NBA last night that's never happened before. A team got a 50-point lead in a game for the second time in a month.
The Knicks?
Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte. Okay.
Charlotte did it last night. They got over Philadelphia for the second time this month doing that. That was and I don't think Charlotte's that good. So it's interesting to be able to do that. Yeah, trust the process, Bob. It's a good call by you. You think we're going to think the kids will have school tomorrow?
I don't know.
It's going to be pretty damn cold again. I think the low tonight, -7.
Put your gear on.
Hey, Bob, I'm with you.
I think they cancel school in Alaska?
You know what?
I tell people this all the time. Like, it's too hot to practice. I go, what do you think they do in Florida? What do you think they do in Texas? And they're like, it's too cold to go to school. I'm like, what do you think they do in North Dakota? Wyoming. Places like that where it's cold and windy all the time.
Speaking of put your gear on.
They're just tougher? Okay, just admit that then.
I saw this yesterday. Netflix releases trailer for Miracle, the Boys
saw
of
that.
1980 documentary.
Yes.
And in the article on what was this awful announcing, they mentioned how there's been plenty of stories like this told. They did say, though, the film, 2004 Miracle, that was a live footage. That wasn't a film. That was raw footage of Herb Brooks, a.k.a. Kurt Russell.
Okay.
Walking around coaching those boys.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, this will be like the fourth or fifth one to, do some sort of film documentary on that team. But
I've never seen any of the other ones. I'm excited.
I don't think I have. Once you see the movie,
Did you ever see the
I've
30
never
for 30?
seen it. I lived it.
From the Russian side?
Oh, really?
There's a 30 from the Russian side, yeah.
Losers.
I can't remember what it's called, but it was very interesting to see how it affected their lives.
Losers.
Yeah,
after
that
happened.
changed everything.
Yeah, so that was there.
That
and Rocky IV, end of the Cold War.
Mike Ruzioni said that this documentary is incredible. And it's like a real good portrayal, real good, it's documentary, obviously. But he said it's the best one he's seen. Yeah, Ruzioni said that. You want to get Ruzioni on the show?
Went through Massachusetts.
Do you want to? Is that a
Yeah,
question?
I'm asking, do you want to?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm saying maybe I'll give him a text. See if we can get him on the show. But yeah, I want to check that out also.
Can we get Coach Brooks on the show?
That might be maybe get Kurt Russell. We'll have Kurt Russell on the show.
That actually would be awesome.
Nobody's quitting, Herb.
Let me ask this, Bob.
Worry about your own game.
Could you go through the channels? I'm not asking you to do it, but could you go through the channels and get us Kurt Russell?
That sounds like a big lift.
It might be big. Let's say, but a few phone calls. How many phone calls would it take you to get Herb Brooks?
I don't know. It'd probably take. Assuming everybody got back to me in an appropriate, couple days, probably a week or two, a week and a half, 2 weeks.
I'm just saying. I didn't know if that's. I figured your reach you could if you wanted to.
That's a big reach, but potentially.
Sinners is up for best movie.
It's up for like 16 Oscars or something. Maybe not that many.
Michael B. Jordan up for
he's really
best
good.
Performance. He's really good in that one. Is it an Oscar-worthy movie?
I thought it was really good. I thought his performance was great. He plays him two brothers, like a set of twins.
Oh. Right.
So I tried to explain it to my son.
What was it? The Prestige. Yeah.
Except for the fact that you didn't
cut
know.
your thumb off.
Yeah.
I'll cut my thumb off.
You didn't know. And this one, they're right there side by side. So he does it both. And it's really well done.
I normally don't align, shockingly, with the Oscars selections. Now that they improved it up to 10, where it used to be 5 nominations, but oftentimes I go into when the Academy Awards come on, I'd be like, oh, I didn't see any one of these 5 movies.
Yeah, because a lot of them are terrible.
That's what
I think that's fair. Most of the time, I've never even heard of half of them.
Okay, Bugonia.
Nope.
F1.
I haven't seen F1. That's on my list.
To see that. Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Brad Pitt and anything.
Yeah.
No. Well,
I've heard. I know what you mean. Yes, right.
With the story,
I couldn't tell you anybody's in that movie.
No.
Okay.
Me neither.
Hamnet.
No.
Marty Supreme.
Is that the one with the dude who's dating one of the Jenners? He's really famous. What's that guy's name? Chalamet, right?
I think you're right. It's a ping pong movie. That's what it is.
Like Forrest Gump.
It's about New York in the 40s and 50s. New York City table tennis was a gritty subculture full of misfits, gamblers, doctors, actors, students, and more that competed, bet on the game, or both at all-night spots like Lawrence's, a table tennis parlor in Midtown Manhattan.
I met the president of the United States again.
Let me see if the other ones are on this list.
Okay, so I vaguely familiar with that one. Chalamet's. He's a pretty well-known guy at this point, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say so. One battle after another. Is that the
that's the one with DiCaprio. Yeah.
The Secret Agent? Sentimental Value?
No.
Sinners and Train Dreams. Ooh. None of those. I haven't seen any of them.
Sinners is good.
I've heard Sinners is good. Yeah, I've heard that was good also. But and I like anything that Michael B. Jordan does.
He does a good job. That's what I'm saying. I think he does a really good job in a lot of stuff. He was great. I was telling Bodie he was great in Creed. He was really good in the Black Panther, and even as a villain. And he's a tough guy because I like him. I don't like to see him as a villain. His characters in this there's a little bit of everything to him, so it's good.
So let's see what else has got me juiced now that I've gone on about the Oscars. It's.
You drove to work today?
I drove to work. Apparently, look, and Bob, I'm gonna argue with you on this. I was driving cautiously, not slowly. I think there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm being safe.
Just be better.
But I'm being safe.
Listen, I can leave my house and be safe. Never leave my house and be safe. Oh. I'm saying just be better. So I tell my wife, just be better.
But you said slow, and that offended me.
Well, it is, because you were driving 10 miles under the speed limit. I was 4 cars behind you. I was like, who is this jamoke up here?
Wait, you called me a name in your car?
Yeah.
And then you found it was me, and you said, I shouldn't have said that.
And then as other people turned off, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the law.
I don't know, Bob. I feel like I was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I felt like Spike Lee.
Listen, you were driving the speed that your abilities were able to handle.
It was still a little slippery out there.
A little slippery.
Yeah.
I mean, there's snow down, yeah.
Yes, I mean, I was counting
You're
for
driving
that.
in a straight line. There's no one in front of you.
Were you in your car?
Yeah.
Like your sedan?
In the Camry.
No, you weren't.
Oh, you're right, the GMC. Sorry,
He's
the
lying.
GMC. You're right.
I was
sorry.
behind
It took me a
you.
second. You're right. I forgot I drove the GMC to work today. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to lie. I just forgot that part.
You just forgot you drove it?
I forgot the car I drove in because I don't usually drive that car in. Anyway, also yesterday.
Manufacturing facts over
My
here.
wife says yesterday, she says, hey, on the forum, the Upper Arlington Facebook forum, whatever, there's people asking for volunteers to help other people who need help getting their getting their driveway shoveled.
I pushed one lady out that lives around the block from you.
Okay, well, but I thought about it, and
So 2/3 of this show helped somebody in the last day.
I said, Heather,
Somebody who got stuck up at the post office, too.
There you
These
go.
morons stop on a hill. Just drive through the light, man.
Got it.
I said, Heather, I think I'm too young to ask for someone to come and do it. She said, no, I was talking about us going and help someone else. I was like, good luck on that one. Yeah, we drove out yesterday, and there's a car turning that got stuck, and Bobby just hops out of the car and starts pushing the car. And
The problem is, I get really mad when I'm pushing,
You
and
got really
the
mad.
people will break.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like,
you have to
dude,
go.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
you
punch
can't.
you in the neck. I'm pushing your car from behind, and you're going to push the brake on
You
me?
think you got problems
Right?
now.
It was so funny. Bob yells at the guy. He's like, what are you doing? Go!
Just go.
You have to, though.
Press
Yeah,
it as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And I will push you through. And then once you start gaining speed, then you can
then you
ease
ease
off
off.
of.
Yeah.
But also, let's go straight when I'm pushing you. I'm not pushing you through a turn either.
It was very humanitarian, good humanitarian there by you, Bob, even with the yelling. It was good, though. I admired that you did that.
I appreciate it. That's what I look for is your admiration.
That's why you call me names when I'm trying to drive
I don't do it.
cautiously
I don't
to
do
work.
it for the money.
I know you do, but it's about
Listen,
respect.
I would prefer that you just ditch your car and then I'll push you out once I get past you, and then I'll just drive by you.
Do you want me to give you a head start on the way home today?
I'll
So you
drive
won't be
around. I'm
behind
just
me?
going to drive around you.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks much for tuning in today, guys.
There's just too
Slingshot
many
right
other.
around him.
Well,
It's
the
like
problem
Cal
is
Naughton and Ricky Bobby.
the other road, the other lane isn't plowed at all, which isn't the issue. It's the fact that the other lane has all of the parking lot waste that has been pushed in there. So there's like 2 and 3 foot snow drifts that I have to drive over. And I'm worried that I might slide into the car beside me as I hit one of those going like 45, 50
Robin's
miles
racing.
an hour.
Well, that's why I couldn't go over. I was going to move over for you, Bob, but I was taking up.
Or just drive the speed limit.
Yeah, either way.